Lockdown 2, in my view, is rubbish, for want of a better word. I can't understand why we've done it. I think it's totally unnecessary, and I can't understand why a libertarian prime minister like Boris Johnson has continually decided to follow the science rather than to act as what I keep telling you he should be, the chairman of the board, the chairman of the company, and look at both sides of the equation. All this came out very murkily yesterday in yesterday morning's papers. Headlines there bounced Boris Johnson into having to make a decision that he wasn't due to make, or due to announce certainly, until Monday. I understand that he was going to think about it over the weekends, but somebody decided to wrong foot him and put this out into the public domain. So you have to make a very, very instant decision. That really is dirty politics, but politics is a dirty game. And if people want to get into politics, they have to expect to play dirty. I quite understand that. No problem at all. However, if that is against the will of the people, and there was a massive, massive campaign within the political camp, the political group, to thwart the will of the people on the Brexit vote, that's going to happen again over coronavirus, when 70% of this country in a recent poll said that they don't want any more lockdowns, then I feel that once again democracy is somehow being thwarted, okay? Why did the Prime Minister suddenly change his mind? 2 weeks ago, Michael Gove said no when asked the straightforward question, will there be a national lockdown imposed? He said, no, there won't. And guess what? 2 weeks later, there is. So what led to that? I think what led to that is that when you look all around you, we're surrounded by Scotland, we're surrounded by Wales, and across the English Channel, of course, we have the continent. All those countries suddenly went into renewed lockdown. And then all of a sudden we followed. Why? Why are we suddenly being led by the nose down the road to Armageddon? Why can't we make up our own mind what we want to do here? Why is it that people down in Devon, people down in Folkestone are saying, do you know how low our rates are, our rates of infection? They're down to sort of 34, 35 per whatever the figure is, compared to 500 in areas like Nottinghamshire, and yet the whole country has now been put down into lockdown. I think it's rubbish. I think it's absolutely outrageous. Now, you know the number on this show, don't you? Because I certainly do, because I read it off a bit of paper here. But no, I'm only joking, folks. It's 0344 499 1000. So the questions I'm asking you are this. Do you think that we're being put down into lockdown against the majority will of the country? Do you think lockdown is a good idea if it's going to be lifted on December the 2nd, when there will inevitably be another spike? It's bound to be another spike when it's lifted on December the 2nd. Will we then have to say, oh, we'll have to go into another emergency lockdown on Boxing Day or something like that? Because I can see it all happening now. Lockdown, lift lockdown. Expansion of COVID cases, absolutely naturally is going to happen. Lockdown, lift lockdown, expansion of COVID cases, and so on. It's just a cycle that will keep going on. There won't be a vaccine in March. That's pie in the sky. So that's another question I want to ask you. Do you think lockdown is the solution? Because I don't. What I think is the solution is personal responsibility. I've said it a few times. I'll say it again because I'm trying to get it through to people's heads. That personal responsibility is a much better way to survive against lockdown than against COVID, than continually locking the country down. And also, we all know that, look, lockdown can kill people. Lockdown does kill people. Let me find out my facts here. Here we go, right? I've done my research and brought this to you. Lockdowns are lethal. They cause more deaths from cancer, heart disease and suicide, as well as job losses, bankruptcies, social disintegration and mental illness, particularly amongst the young who are at least at risk from the virus. But if life closes down, so does the life of a young person who can't go to work, can't go to his job, can't take up his apprenticeship, okay? In the April sunshine, when all this started, March, April, people were able to get out and sit in fields and parks and actually start enjoying a bit of time off work. It was almost like, wow, isn't this great? This is new. It was novel. It's not a novelty now going into winter and facing the grim realities of massive financial recession. So I say lockdown does more harm than it does good, okay?
Welcome to Wetherspoons. It's more than a bar and a grill. If you want to buy it and they don't supply it, Someone knows, someone knows, someone knows.